Thank you for being here. And some of you are already here. I mentioned that you might want to have something that you can protect your knees. I have 2 pillows right there. If you don't have pillows, you can use blanket, towels, anything that hopefully we will have time for the big hip openings. So I see the shark. So cute. Okay, so let's find a comfortable seat when you're ready. Relaxing your shoulders. And today's theme is finding balance. So any balancing. It doesn't have to be necessary physical balance, like balancing on the poses. It could be the light and darkness. It could be any things around you that wants to balance. Slowly tuning inward. Keep relaxing your shoulders. You might observe some movements in your body. Could be your breath, could be your heartbeat. Sometimes you might be able to feel the blood flow. It's finding excuse me. Sorry, I'm choking on my own saliva. Excuse me. Taking a moment to set an intention for today's practice, if there is any. Or dedicating your practice to somebody else or something else. Reach your palms together, letting the base of your thumbs lifting up your sternum. Releasing your chin towards your chest. Gently opening your eyes, focusing on one point, on the fingertips or mat. And slowly bring your gaze forward. And reach your arms up. Interlace them fingers, sending your palms up, taking a slight back bend. Exhale, reach your palms forward, rounding your back. Inhale, reach up, opening the front body. And exhale, round, opening the back. One more time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center. And releasing your hands down, twisting to your right side. And if your left hand is not to the outside of your right thigh, have your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. And keep twisting to your right side. Reach your right hand up and over to the left. So you're spiraling to the right, side bending to the left. And from here, release your right hand to the outside of your left thigh and rounding your back. And breathing in between your shoulder blades. Slowly lifting your torso, reach both hands behind your hips, sending your sternum up towards the sky. Bring your head back to the center, switching your crossing legs if your legs are crossed. Then reach your arms up. Interlace them fingers, sending your palms up, taking a slight back bend. Exhale, reach your palms forward, rounding your back. Inhale, lifting up, opening the front body. And then exhale, round, opening the back body. One more time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center. And twisting to your left side, releasing your hands wherever they can land. Again, reach your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, left hand up and over. Twisting to your left side, but side bending to your right. Releasing your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Rounding your back, let your head heavy. And opening in between your shoulder blades, breathing in that space. Slowly lifting your torso, reach both hands behind your hips, sending your sternum up towards the sky. Bring your head back to the center, moving into downward facing dog. Taking your time, pedal your feet. Opening the back of your legs. As you inhale, raising your heels, softening your knees, look towards your hands. Taking the slowest walk to the front of your mat. Moving into forward fold, Uttanasana. Might want to keep your knees soft and maybe reach for your elbows. Swing your torso side to side or gently shaking your head, yes or no. Releasing your hands down towards the mat. Softening your knees. Slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Coming up to standing Tadasana. Mountain pose. Letting your energy moving into your feet. Letting your energy moving through your legs, through your hips, through the spine towards the crown of the head. And lifting your energy up towards the sky at the same time, grounding your energy down to the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up. In, lengthening your tailbone down, reach your heart up towards the sky. Exhale, hinging from your hip joints, forward fold. Inhale, lengthening the spine, flat back. Softening your knees, step your left leg back into lunge. Release your left knee down. Untuck your toes, grounding through your left hand. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Twisting to your right. Releasing your right hand down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward to plank pose, taking a modified flow once, releasing your knees down as you exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, moving into baby cobra, middle one, weight on your hands. Releasing your torso down, pressing through tabletop. Moving into downward facing dog. Inhale, raising your left leg back in. And stepping forward into lunge. Turning both feet to your left side, moving into IT band stretch. So your left toes, right toes pointing to the left side, you can lift your left arm up. And if you roll onto the outer feet, on the both feet, especially the left foot, you might feel the IT band stretch a little bit more. And then let's step the left foot a little bit closer to the right, releasing your hips down, facing towards your right leg. And then let's bring the left foot to the inside of your right leg. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, navel to your right leg, releasing your torso forward, Janushrasana. Releasing your right rib cage, left rib cage towards the right leg. And slowly lifting your torso. Now you're going to swing your right leg towards the back. If you feel comfortable moving into pigeon, you can move into pigeon already. But you can also reach your right leg out to the side, keeping your knee bent. And then we're going to reach over your left leg. So you're extending your left arm diagonally up over the left leg. So you feel the big stretch through the left side, right side of your right arm over the left leg. And slowly bring your hands back to the center, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raising your heels. Softening your knees, look forward, step walk, float forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward, fold. Inhale, reach arms all the way up with a slight back bend. Exhale, diving forward, forward, fold. Inhale, lengthening the spine, flat back. Softening your knees, stepping your right leg back into lunge. Releasing your right knee down, grounding through your right hand, opening up to the left side, twisting. Releasing your left hand down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward to plank pose. If you're ready through chaturanga, move through chaturanga. As usual, I'm modifying. Inhale into any back bends. Exhale, moving into downward facing dog. Inhale, raising your right leg back and up. Stepping forward to lunge. Turning both feet to your right side, moving into IT band stretch. Again, you might want to roll onto the outer feet, especially on your right leg. Now let's step your right leg closer to the left foot, releasing your hips down, facing towards the left leg. Right foot to the inside of your left leg. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, navel to your left leg, reach your torso forward. Right rib cage melting towards the left leg. Slowly lifting your torso. Swing the left leg either towards the pigeon, if you're ready, or sending out to the side. And you can also bring your pad under your knee if you need to. And extending your left arm diagonally out to the right side, over your right leg. Bring your hands back to the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Sign out the flutter your lips. Taking 5 more breath cycles here in down dog. Lowering your knees down into child's pose. Once you feel ready, moving back into downward facing dog, or if you'd like to modify, you can move into tabletop, like I'm doing. Inhale, raising your right leg back and up, squaring your hips to the floor. Exhale, knee to your nose, shoulders are over your wrist. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your right armpit. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your left armpit. Keep twisting, moving into falling triangle. If you're modifying, switch your legs, extending your left arm up towards the sky. And releasing your left hand down, swing your right foot back and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bending your knee. Making sure you're squaring your shoulders to the floor. And then squaring your hips, step your right foot forward into lunge. If you're modifying, lifting your left knee up. And then keeping your hands on the floor. If you'd like to, you can use any props that you have. It might be nicer. Inhale, reach your heart forward. We're gonna take cat-cow here. Exhale, round, keeping your right knee bent and scoop your navel in. Inhale, reach your heart forward, left heel back. Exhale, scoop your navel in, round. One more time, inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale, come back to the center, opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. And then moving through warrior two, moving into high lunge. Adjust your left foot. And try your best to bring your pelvis squaring to the front of your mat. If you'd like to, taking a slight back bend, keep hugging your navel in to protect your lower back. And bring your head back to the center. Let's release the left heel down, moving into warrior one. So try your best to keep your pelvis facing as is. And grounding the outer left foot down, lifting your left inner ankle. If you'd like to, you can bring your palms together, pointing the index fingers up, and then hugging your ears, lifting your heart up towards the sky. Keep reaching through the outer left foot, and sending your right knee forward. And bring your torso back to the center. Lift your left heel, moving into warrior three. If you feel comfortable, you can keep your arms as is. If you need to release your hands down, please do. I can hug my tree around. And then softening your right knee, release your hands down. Swing your right foot back and up into downward split. Opening your hips, bending your knee. Moving into wild thing, release your right foot behind you, lifting your hips up. And then keeping your torso as is, Release your hips down to the floor. Now your right knee is bent, so keeping your right knee bent, turning your torso to the side, so opening up. Your left leg doesn't have to be really wide, it can be forward. And inhale, reach your right arm up and over to the left. You can reach your left forearm in front of your leg or over the leg. And spiraling your heart up towards the sky. But you don't want to turn your armpit up. You want to turn your armpit towards the midline. And then slowly lifting your torso, extending your right leg towards the left. Rolling on your back, bending your knees, moving into bridge pose, pressing through your feet. Feet hips width, and lifting your pelvis up. Lengthening your lower back towards the back of your knees. And slowly release your torso down. You can roll up or roll to the side. Moving through your choice of flow, you might want to simply step back into down dog. Maybe adding your flow, or skip your flow. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale, raising your left leg back and up. Stepping forward into lunge. Opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. And then straighten your left leg. Moving into triangle pose, Trikonasana, sliding your pelvis to the right side. If you'd like to, you can extend your right arm over your ear, reach your right fingertips out, and then reach your right hip away from your fingertips. And then slowly walk your hands forward, moving into wide leg forward fold. Turn your feet parallel or slightly toes in. You might want to take a tripod if you'd like to. Or you might want to bend one knee at a time, sending your hips side to side. And if you are on your tripod, you might want to release your feet slowly. Lengthening the spine. Heel to your feet closer together. Option, you can reach your right two-piece finger, wrapping around the big toe, left hand to the hip, and then coming up to stand with the long leg, or you can come up to stand first. Either hug your right knee, or hold the right big toe. Maybe extending your right foot forward. If you're ready, opening out to the side. Try to keep your pelvis facing straight forward, but try not to let your pelvis moving with your right leg. I'm modifying, so I'm gonna hold the right knee. You can extend your left arm up to the side if you'd like to, maybe gazing towards your left thumb for challenging your balance. Again, finding your balance. Bring your gaze back to the center, send your right knee. Now you're going to cross your right leg over the left. You can tap your right toes on the floor if you need to. Left arm over the right. Moving into eagle pose. You can either hug your shoulders or up your arms. Taking any variations if you'd like to. And then from here, slowly release your right foot down. And then step your left shin down to the floor. Sit back. And extending your right leg out. I hope that transition was easy. And extending your left hand up and over. Again, spiraling your heart up towards the sky, but your armpit is spiraling towards midline. And slowly lifting your torso. Extending your legs towards the back. And rolling all the way down. This one, either lifting your legs up into Viparita Prani if you're ready to moving on your shoulders. You can move on your shoulders. And if you feel comfortable adding your lotus here, you're going to add your lotus here. Or you can bring your feet together like this. Oops. And if you're taking the lotus, please be mindful. Slowly release your pelvis and lifting your torso and moving into a fish pose. To have, you don't have to hold your legs like that. You can take a Baddha Konasana leg, or if you prefer, you can extend your legs forward. And moving into fish pose. Slowly release your chin towards your chest. And then from here, moving through your choice of flow, skip your flow, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Sign out. Lowering your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. Nice work, everyone. When you're ready, coming back into downward facing dog, or if you're modifying, moving on your tabletop. Inhale, raising your left leg back and up, squaring your hips to the floor, take your time. Exhale, knee to your nose, shoulders are over your wrists. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your left armpit. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your right armpit. Keep twisting, moving into fallen triangle. Switching your legs if you're modifying. And push the floor away. Releasing your right hand down, left foot back and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bending your knee. Squaring your hips. Step your left foot forward into lunge. If your right knee is on the floor, lifting your right knee. Again, you might want to use the props or keeping your fingertips, like maybe coming on the fingertips. Inhale, reach your heart forward, right heel back. Exhale, press down to hug your navel in, scoop your navel. Inhale, reach your heart forward, keeping your left knee bent. Exhale, rounding to cat. One more time, inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center, moving into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Moving through warrior two. And let's move into high lunge. Vinyasa. Your right heel is lifted up towards the sky. Keep hugging your navel and taking a slight back bend. And bring your torso back to the center. Release your left heel down. Grounding through, I said left heel. Right heel down. Grounding through the outer right foot. Lifting your right inner ankle. And you might want to keep your torso like a high lunge. Maybe interlace them fingers on the opposite grip. Interlace them fingers, pointing the index fingers up. Taking a slight back bend if that feels good. Keep grounding through your right foot. Left knee forward. And bring your torso back to the center, lifting your right heel into warrior three. Softening your left knee, stepping back into lunge. Swing your left foot back and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, bending your knee, moving into wild thing. Release your left foot behind you, lifting your hips up. And keeping your torso as is, release your hips down to the floor. Opening your torso to the left side. Keep bending your left knee. Inhale, reach your left hand up and over to the right side. Spiraling your heart up towards the sky. Slowly lifting your torso, extending both feet out to the right. Rolling back, moving into second set of bridge pose. Feet hips width, pressing through your feet, lengthening your lower back towards the back of your knees. When you're ready, slowly release your hips down. Moving through your choice of flow, you can roll onto the side, rolling forward, step hop back, adding anything that you'd like to. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale, raising your right leg back and up. Stepping forward into lunge. Opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Lengthening your right leg. Swing your pelvis to the left side, moving into Trikonasana, triangle pose. And try your best to keep your torso over the right leg. If you'd like to, let's reach the left arm by your ear. palm facing down, and then reach your fingers away from your left foot, your left hip moving away from your left fingertips. And slowly release your hands, still moving into wide leg forward for Prasarita Padottanasana. Again, if you want to go for second set of tripod, feel free. If you'd like to, you can also extend your arms forward, like moving into downward facing dog, but keeping your pelvis over your ankles. And if you are in your tripod, slowly release your feet. And then heel to your feet closer together. Again, option to reach your left two big finger to the left big toe, coming up to stand with long leg. Or coming up to stand, hugging your left knee in. If you're ready, you can extend your left foot forward or opening up to the side. Again, let's keep the pelvis facing straight forward. You can extend your right arm up and over to the right side. Gaze towards your right thumb. If you want to go for a little challenge. Finding the balance. Slowly bring your gaze forward, the left leg forward. And then crossing your left leg over the right leg. Right arm over the left. Either hug your shoulders or eagle arm. Finding the ease in the effort. Wherever you are excellent. And you're going to release the left foot on the mat. And shift your weight on your left foot. Release your right leg back and step back. And extending your left leg up to the side. Left hand, right hand, up and over. Slowly lifting your torso, extend your feet towards the front of your mat. And rolling all the way down. Again, if you'd like to, moving on your shoulder stance, or lifting your legs up towards the sky. And if you are taking a lotus, you're going to take a lotus again. Try to go for the opposite legs, crossing. I even forgot which one I was doing. Here we go. This is the side. And then slowly release your hips down. You can lift your torso a little bit. Adjust your hands, arms underneath you, elbows bent, hands under your glutes. Lifting your heart up, releasing your head gently back. Again, you can take a feet together, opening your knees wide, or extending your legs long. Slowly releasing your chin to your chest. Moving through your choice of flow, skip your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Releasing out. Lowering your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. And when you're ready, slowly walk your hands towards your legs, lifting your torso. And then we are going to moving it into Mandukasana, which is a frog pose. So I'm going to use the pillow. Again, you can use pillows, blankets, towels, anything. And if you're using pillows, you might need to adjust. So if you have the wooden floor, it's easier to slide these ones. If you are using on your mat, it might be a little extra adjustment. So let's move into tabletop. And you're going to slide or walk your knees wider. And you can release on your forearms if you'd like to. And then try your best. I'm going to face to the side. So in this pose, we tend to bring the hips back towards the feet a little bit. You might want to keep your knees 90-degree angles. And slide your feet together with your knees. So instead of creating the M shape like a frogs do, it's kind of creating, what shape is this? Like a tabletop shape with your legs. And some of you might not need support at all. I do need. And try to breathe into any sensations. And here, just bringing your awareness to what your torso is doing at this moment. If your ribs are dropping down towards the floor, you might be compressing lower back a little bit. So hug your navel in. I know you might want to soften everything, but just still hugging your torso. And at the same time, you are engaging your core too. Pressing through your forearms. And then flexing your ankles. Just to protect your knees, if you can. Pointing might be feeling better. It's adjusting as what you need. And then when you're ready, slowly walk your hands underneath your shoulders, slide your knees in, and moving into child's pose. Taking your time, slowly lifting your torso. Now let's moving on our back. Going to face this way. Hugging your knees into your chest for a moment. And then let's release the knees to the left side. This time I'm doing the same side. You might want to scoot your hips a little bit to the right side. And you can take any twisting variation. You can cross your legs if you'd like to. You might want to take a little bit more active twisting by trying to bring your right knee over the left. And slowly bring your gaze back, knees back, pelvis back, and then scooch to the left side. And let your knees fall to the right side. You're welcome to take any twisting variations. Or maybe sending your left knee over the right knee. And slowly bring your gaze back, knees back, hips back to the center. Moving into happy baby pose. You might want to add anything for next few breaths. You might want to move it into wheel. Or if you're ready, moving into your choice of Shavasana. So now we are entering and finding a phase of parasympathetic nervous system activating. Rest and digest. While we are practicing actively, that was a parasympathetic nervous system, fight and flight. So now balancing into the calm side, quiet. Everything is soft. The other day I was looking at the East River. It was very calm. If you have a little more time, longer to stay on your back, please do. If you're ready to come up, slowly deepening your breath. Bring your awareness back into your body, creating the small movements. Maybe taking the whole body stretch. Slowly bending your knees, rolling onto one side. When you're ready, slowly lifting your torso, finding your comfortable seat, or you might be still on your back. Letting your sit bones grounding down to the earth. Lifting your energy up towards the sky. Gathering your palms together. If you'd like to join me for one now, exhaling wherever you are. Inhale deeply. Thank you for taking your precious morning time to join us.